everyone, and welcome back to the Smile Code, where we explore the radiant journey of living authentically, joyfully, and unapologetically. I'm your host, Dr. Esi Quaidoo, Esi to my friends, and today we're diving into one of the most powerful and persistent voices that shape our lives, and that's the inner critic. That voice that whispers, or sometimes shouts, "You're not good enough. Who do you think you are?" Or "They'll never take you seriously." Sound familiar? You're not alone. But what if I told you that this voice is not your enemy? It's actually a wounded part of you seeking protection. And today, we begin the healing of that part of us. The inner critic is that internal voice rooted in early experiences, often shaped by shame, rejection, comparison, or fear. It usually forms when we're young, before we had the tools to understand trauma, before we had the power to speak up. It says it's protecting us from failure or embarrassment, but it's really just replaying outdated programming. Think of it like an overprotective guardian who's still trying to keep 5-year-old you safe, even though you're now navigating a completely different world. I remember preparing for one of my first major talks. I had my notes, my slides, even rehearsed in front of the mirror. But then right before I stepped onto the stage, my inner critic chimed in. "You're not polished enough. You'll forget your words. You're not TEDx material." My stomach flipped. I almost walked away, but I paused and asked, whose voice is this really? And I realized it wasn't mine. It was the voice of an old teacher who once told me I was too emotional to be taken seriously, too quiet to have the attention. And that moment of awareness, of realizing whose voice that was, that awareness changed everything for me. The inner critic often wears a mask of someone we once admired or feared, a parent, a teacher, a peer, even culture itself. These voices get internalized and then automated. And once we believe them, we start to live them. Let me share a listener story. Let's call her Maya. Maya's inner critic always said, "You're lazy. You don't finish anything." Turns out Maya had an undiagnosed ADHD, which made traditional productivity difficult. As instead of being supported, she was shamed. Her inner critic wasn't lazy. It was carrying the voice of people who didn't understand her neurodiversity. And here's a truth for you. The critic is a reflection of unmet needs, not unfixable flaws. So how do you heal this voice? We don't silence it. We meet it with curiosity, with compassion, and with truth. Here's a simple 3-step framework I use with clients and in Smile Mastery. First thing is to name the critic. Give it a persona. You can call it Perfectionist Pam, or Scared Sammy, or Judgmental Joan. Any name that you feel is appropriate. This separates it from you. The next thing is you want to dialogue with this critic with compassion. So you want to ask, what are you trying to protect me from? Whose voice are you echoing? What do you really need right now? And the third step is replace with truth. This is where you install a new story. Instead of "you're not good enough," try "I am evolving and I trust my growth. I am not perfect, but I am powerful." And here's another story. One of my clients, a successful professional woman, always hesitated to raise her hand in meetings. Her critic said, "Don't make a fool of yourself." And we traced it back to being laughed at in the 6th grade. Once she met that 11-year-old with love and told her, "You're safe now," everything shifted. So now I want to, if you'll permit, I'd like to indulge, I'll have you indulge me in a short healing meditation. So let's take a few moments to connect with your inner world. Make sure you're in a quiet place where you won't be disturbed and where your focus and attention isn't needed. Make sure you're not driving. And go ahead and close your eyes if you're able. And take a deep breath in. Hold for a few seconds and then breathe out. Breathe in compassion. And exhale tension. Now gently imagine yourself in a safe space. It might be a peaceful garden, a beach, or a cozy room filled with warmth. In this space, invite your inner critic to appear, not as a monster, but as a child, an animal, or even a cartoon character. Notice how they look. Are they tense? Are they afraid? Are they stern? Now gently ask them, what are you trying to protect me from? Pause. Listen. Now say to them, thank you for trying to protect me, but I no longer need you to carry this alone. I choose to lead with love now. Watch as their expression softens. Perhaps they shrink or transform. Maybe they even smile. Now place your hand over your heart and repeat, I am enough. I am growing. I am safe to be seen. I choose truth. I choose love. I choose me. I am enough. I am growing. I am safe to be seen. I choose truth. I choose love. I choose me. Breathe in and out. And when you're ready, gently return to the space around you. The inner critic doesn't have to run the show. It can become a whisper in the background, still there, but no longer in control. Today, we've taken a powerful step toward reclaiming your voice, your truth, and your smile. If this episode touched something within you, I'd love to hear about it. Share a story, leave a review, or direct message me on Instagram. And don't forget to subscribe, share, and invite others to do the same. So until next time, remember, your smile is your soul's signature. Live boldly, love fully, smile truly. See you soon.